I married without love. I did not plan this life, but life pushed me into it. My name is Sarah. I was 24 years old when my family told me it was time to get married. They said love can come later. They said marriage is about duty, not feelings. I was quiet and I listened. Inside my heart, I felt empty, but I did not speak. My husband's name was Amir. He was a kind man, polite, and responsible. Everyone said he was a good choice. When I met him, he was calm and serious. He did not talk much. I did not feel happy, but I did not feel sad either. I thought maybe this feeling was normal. I thought love was not important. The wedding day came fast. There was music, people, and many smiles. Everyone looked happy except me. I smiled because I had to. Inside, my heart felt heavy. I told myself that many women live like this. I told myself I would learn to love him. After marriage, we lived in a small apartment. Amir went to work every day. I stayed home and tried to be a good wife. We talked about food, money, and family. We never talked about feelings. At night, we slept in the same room, but we felt very far from each other. Days became weeks, and weeks became months. I waited for love to grow, but it did not. I felt lonely even when my husband was near me. Sometimes I looked at couples in the park. They laughed and held hands. I wondered what that felt like. Amir noticed my silence, but he did not ask much. He was busy with work. I was busy with my thoughts. I started to feel like I was living someone else's life. I felt trapped in a marriage that looked perfect from outside, but was empty inside. One evening, I stood by the window and asked myself a question. Is this my whole life? The answer scared me. I felt something was missing, and I did not know how to fix it. That was the beginning of my emotional journey. I did not plan to hurt anyone. I did not plan to make a mistake. But loneliness makes people weak. One day, a new man joined my husband's office. His name was Daniel. Sometimes he came to our home with Amir. He was friendly and warm. He asked questions and listened carefully. Daniel noticed me. He noticed my silence and my sad eyes. When he spoke to me, I felt seen. This feeling was new and powerful. I told myself it was harmless. I told myself it was just talking. Slowly, Daniel started sending messages. He asked how my day was. He said I was kind and smart. No one had said these things to me before. My heart felt alive again. I felt guilty, but I also felt happy. At home, Amir was the same. Quiet, busy, distant. I wanted him to notice me, but he did not. I started comparing him to Daniel. This comparison was unfair, but I could not stop. One day, Daniel said something that changed everything. He said, "You deserve love." These words stayed in my mind all night. I cried because I knew they were true. I also knew I was crossing a line. I told myself I was not doing anything wrong. I was only talking. But my heart knew the truth. I was emotionally cheating. I was giving my feelings to someone else. The messages became longer. The smiles became deeper. I started hiding my phone. I felt afraid and excited at the same time. This secret life made me feel alive, but also ashamed. One afternoon, Daniel held my hand for a moment. It was simple, but it felt wrong. I pulled my hand away and went home. That night, I could not sleep. I realized I was standing on a dangerous path. I looked at Amir sleeping beside me. I felt a heavy guilt in my chest. I knew I was hurting him without him knowing. I asked myself why I was doing this. The answer was painful. I married without love. And now I was searching for it in the wrong place. Secrets do not stay hidden forever. One evening, Amir saw a message on my phone. His face changed. He did not shout. He did not cry. He only asked one question. Is this true? I could not lie anymore. I nodded. That moment broke something inside our home. Amir looked hurt and confused. He asked what he did wrong. I had no answer. I told him the truth. I told him I felt lonely. I told him I married without love. We talked for hours. There was anger, sadness, and silence. Amir said he trusted me. He said my emotional affair hurt him deeply. I saw pain in his eyes, and I felt ashamed. Daniel stopped contacting me. He did not want problems. Suddenly, I felt alone again. This time, The loneliness was heavier because I caused it myself. Amir and I tried to fix things. We went for walks. We talked more than before. But trust was broken. Love cannot grow easily on broken trust. Every small silence felt big. I started thinking about my choices. I realized infidelity does not start with actions. It starts with emotional neglect. I also learned that silence in marriage can be dangerous. One night, Amir said something that stayed with me. He said, "We both failed. You hid your pain." I ignored it. His words were honest and sad. We decided to take time apart. Not because we hated each other, but because we needed clarity. Living alone helped me understand myself better. I learned that avoiding feelings does not remove them. Pain became my teacher. It showed me the cost of emotional dishonesty. It showed me that marriage without love needs effort, communication, and courage. Time changes people. Living alone gave me space to think. I thought about my childhood, my fears, and my silence. I realized I never learned how to speak for my feelings. I always accepted decisions made for me. I started writing in a notebook. I wrote about love, pain, and mistakes. Writing helped me heal. I learned that love is not only romance. Love is honesty, effort, and emotional presence. Amir and I met again after months. We talked calmly. We accepted our mistakes. We decided not to rush any decision. Whether together or apart, we wanted honesty. I understood something important. Marriage without love is possible, but marriage without communication is not. Infidelity is not just betrayal. It is a sign of emotional emptiness. I do not blame myself fully, and I do not blame Amir fully. We were two people who did not know how to express needs. Our silence created distance. Today I am stronger. I know myself better. I know what I want and what I deserve. Whether my future includes Amir or not, I will never ignore my feelings again. This story is not about cheating. It is about choices. It is about emotional responsibility. It is about learning before it is too late. I married without love, but I learned the value of love through pain. And that lesson changed my life forever.